19-year-old Jay Slater went missing on the 17th of June in Tenerife. There's been much speculation about what's happened to him. The internet is full of conspiracy theories, so it's time we had a look. Let the tarot give us some answers. The speculation that he's been involved in a drug deal gone wrong, along with other things. But is it quite simply that he tried to make his way home after spending time with a couple of strangers in a remote area of Tenerife, most likely hungover, potentially coming down off of drugs, and he's got himself lost, in trouble, and potentially is dead. So welcome to Revelation Tarot. My name's Sue. So we're going to have a look now and see what is going on with him. I also had picked up a couple of messages, psychic messages, and was told that there's likely to be information coming out tomorrow, which is Friday where are we today? I don't even know what day it is. Friday the 28th of June. I got psychic messages to say that there's going to be some kind of discovery. I don't think it's him, but potentially some kind of clue, clothing, I don't know, but there's going to be news coming out on the 28th of June regarding the search for him. So let's see. Let's ask Tarot what happened to Jay Slater. So the first card is the Moon. Okay, so the Moon can indicate deception. It's the first thing I'm picking up. Now, there's a lot of speculation about the GoFundMe situation. A girl called Lucy May seems to be something's not quite right there. I've had a look at a couple of videos about body language and things which, about the language she used on her page when Jay went missing, as I think it was the introduction to the GoFundMe. Things that just don't seem to make sense or add up. There's a few red flags there. And the question of why would you need £35,000 just because someone's gone missing? Surely it doesn't cost that much. And also, apparently, in situations like that, you end up getting funded by as far as hotels and things like that, you can be funded by the authorities while a search is going on. So who knows? It's speculation. But anyway, the Moon can indicate deception. It's a card of illusion. So it's like someone is spinning a tale of some kind. Spinning a narrative is what this tends to mean. Next card, Ten of Swords. So this is endings and betrayal. Does this mean that that's it? It's over for him? Strength. So I also don't know his date of birth. Okay, I know how old he is. I've looked online to find out when his date of birth is, to see if we can pick up what energy he is. So I will say potentially he could be fire energy. He could be a Leo. I don't know. But strength is really showing that I feel this is about him, making a stupid decision, thought he was stronger than he was, didn't actually understand the reality of what he was taking on. And that's what I feel like is going on here. The Sun is next. And the Sun is literally indicating the Sun in this situation. This is about him being out in the elements during a time when it was very hot. He was very exposed, apparently didn't have any water. So it's kind of given me that atmosphere of the heat, of the dehydration, of the feeling lost. But let's clarify these cards. So the moon. The moon is clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Pentacles. Again, I don't know, Lucy May, I don't know her date of birth, but again, she could well be a fire energy, fire sign, or it could be her moon, rising, or Venus sign. So that would be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. This is someone who is out for themselves. They're taking advantage of a situation is definitely what I'm sensing. Someone who's impetuous. Someone who's impetuous and impulsive. The Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is something about sacrifice. There's a sense of someone, potentially Jay, being sacrificed for something, for some reason. And it feels like it's to save her arse. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is juggling. Someone here is juggling, juggling responsibility, juggling emotions, adapting to change as it happens. But there's definitely deception and illusion going on here. So, Ten of Swords, why is this here? This is endings and betrayal. I'm getting messages as I'm doing this, and I'll fill you in a second. Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. So before I carry on, so I don't forget, I'm getting messages to say that the night before, when they were at this festival, there was a falling out between her and Jay for something. He upset her in some way. I feel like he lost something. I don't know what. I feel like something was lost. She was angry with him and told him not to come near her, or to find somewhere else to stay or something. I don't know. So that's why he ended up going off with a couple of more or less near strangers. But whatever, whether she told him to stay away from her or not, regardless, they had a falling out. And there was a separation, which is why he ended up going his separate way instead of going back to the hotel. It's not true that she said she left early before anyone else. I do feel like they parted ways at the festival, but she stayed on. She definitely stayed on. But there's a fight going on about him losing something. I don't know what. It could be drugs. Demanding that he replaces them or gets them back or something. And I don't know if that's why he went off with these two other people, because potentially they had, you know, they had access to drugs. I don't know. The Ten of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, which is about really working, trying to make things right, trying to, it's a feeling of him doing what he can to make this right. The Ace of Pentacles is about new financial opportunity. So again, I don't know if this involved drugs, or were they just buying drugs? Were they trying to sell drugs? I don't know. But this does involve new financial opportunity as well. Or there's a sense that you owe me money. It can be that. It can be the Ace of Pentacles can be about having to owe someone money. The Knight of Pentacles being made responsible. He's being made responsible for something here. And then the Strength card. Is clarified by the Two of Swords, Judgment, and the Four of Pentacles. So this is something to do with when he ended up going to these people's, when he went over to their place in the remote area. He had to make a decision of some kind. It was a difficult decision, but it's almost, I think he'd got himself into even deeper trouble somehow by being there, and he had to leave. Something made him leave at 8 o'clock in the morning when he was probably hungry, probably very unlikely that he would have slept at all. And it's almost like he, I don't know, it was not a sense of escape, because he did only go to the bus stop apparently, but he left because he felt he had no choice. And I feel that the reason he didn't get the bus, or he didn't want to wait 2 hours, is because he was putting himself at risk by being there. It was so close to the house. He didn't want to be found. He didn't want them to catch him for whatever. I don't know if he's tried to steal something from them. I don't know. But something meant he had to get away. Judgment card. So this was basically trying to get away from someone, from karma catching up with him, is what this is about. The Four of Pentacles. So again, this is something to do with money. He's got something. I feel like he's got something he's not meant to have, is what I'm sensing. I think these two people that he was with ended up going to bed, going to sleep, and he didn't. And while they were asleep, he may have taken something from them, and that's why he had to leave, because he didn't want to be there. When they woke up and he realised that if he'd been at the bus stop for 2 hours, it's more than likely they would have woken up and realised what had been taken. So let's see, the Sun. Is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Star. Five of Pentacles, he's out on his own. He's literally on his own in the wilderness. He's lost, he's alone. The Devil. So I think this is indicating, you know, the fact that there is drugs involved, there's alcohol involved, there's theft involved, and karma's going to get him, unfortunately. The Star is about I mean, I feel like the journey he was on, once he was lost, he went on there was a couple of times when he thought, yes, I'm getting somewhere. And he thought he was finding civilization, but he was wrong. But let's see, I'm going to carry on now and just see what's the outcome. What's the outcome for Jay Slater? How will he be found? First card, Five of Cups. So that's sadness and loss and regret. This doesn't necessarily mean that he's dead though, because the Wheel of Fortune is a card of change. There's a change of fortune, change of circumstances coming in here. Change of fortune, change of circumstances. Two of Wands. The energy shifting. The energy shifting to making different plans. And I feel this is to do with the search. Something's changing about the search. It's like they know something and they're concentrating their efforts somewhere else. So it may not even be in the wilderness. It may be somewhere else. The Hanged Man. This is about different perspective, seeing something differently, and also about there's a waiting game going on. Already there's a waiting game, but there's something else changing here where there's going to be a waiting game. And there's a feeling of being on tenterhooks, like everyone knows something's about to happen, but there's going to be a wait. Let's see. Five of Cups. Clarified by the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Five of Swords. So, the Star is about hope. It's about hope. So now something's changing because we're now feeling more hopeful than we did before. Even though there's this sense of sadness and loss, then there's a sense of hope. The Wheel of Fortune, something's changing. The Five of Swords, conflict, tension, confrontation. There's confrontation, not necessarily directly with Jay, but with people that are involved with this. I feel like the police could be getting involved with something here. They're gathering information of some kind, and they're calling certain people into question. Potentially Lucy, potentially his parents, potentially the people. I think they've already managed to interview one of the people that he was with the night before he went missing, but the other one they haven't. But there's other people here that have decided to try and be anonymous for some reason, which is a red flag in itself. Why would you want to be anonymous? Surely you'd want to help. The Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Wands. The Seven of Swords is about, again, deceit, something going on behind the scenes, something going on behind, you know, something going on behind our backs, all of our backs. There's deceit, there's lies, there's trickery. The Knight of Swords is about aggression coming from, again, this isn't Jay, this is someone else, this is coming from someone else. I feel like someone's being confronted and they're getting aggressive. And then the Four of Wands actually indicates home. So, is he home? Is he at home? He can't be home because surely they'd know if he got on a plane. I don't know, but it does indicate home, and it indicates celebration. So it's almost like there's a kind of false sense of celebration going on, like he's been found, like it was a complete surprise and thank goodness and let's all celebrate, but it's kind of like they knew all along. Let's see what the Two of Wands is about. Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. So as I said, there's a change here. There's a change of perspective. They're going to be looking elsewhere. They're working with something, some kind of information. Two of Pentacles. Everything's up in the air. Everything is... There's just that feeling of like anticipation and tension. Everyone can feel it because they know something's about to happen. The Seven of Cups, again, is about illusion. This is actually indicating the amount of misinformation that is out there at the moment, online, you know, all the conspiracy theories. There's some of it is, you know, is valid, but some of it is way off. And this is really about that there's an attempt here to cloud authorities' judgment by giving them too many bits of false information, too many red herrings, all of that kind of thing. Not necessarily from the public, but from his parents, from his friends, from the people that were involved. The Hermit. So this means he's still alive. As far as I'm concerned, he's still alive, but he's hiding out somewhere. And then finally we have the Hanged Man. Clarified by the Lovers. The Six of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a change of perspective. I don't know what's going on here, but this could be about his parents, the Lovers. It could be about his parents. information is going to be revealed about something, not necessarily about Jay himself, but potentially about his parents. I don't know. Six of Swords is about travel. I don't know if I'm right in saying whether they've already travelled back to the UK. I don't know if I misread that or misheard it. Have I received that information from somewhere? But even if that's true, that in itself is bizarre. Who would do that? If your child had gone missing, you wouldn't just go, well, let me know what happens. I'm off home now. I might have got that wrong, but I don't know why I thought that they'd already left. But the Six of Swords does indicate travel. And it also indicates trying to escape from trouble. So there's definitely a sense of trying to avoid trouble here. And then the Ace of Pentacles, again, is about money, financial opportunity. So it feels like this was done for some reason to gain money, financial gain other than what the money is meant for. I'm going to pull a couple of they're oracle cards. I know they're oracle cards, but I've forgotten what they're called. Chakra cards, I think. Let's see what the final message is here. Please give me a message about Jay Slater. Is he a victim? Is he a scapegoat of some kind? Faith. See what I don't know if he's lost or if he's just hiding. I'm getting a sense of both. I don't know. God. I don't pick up though. What I do not pick up is that he's dead. And, you know, I hope I'm right. If I'm wrong, then, you know, it's sad and it's tragic and there's definitely more to be revealed here. But anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, everyone that's subscribed or follows my channel. I appreciate every single one of you and I will catch you next time. Enjoy the journey, as always.